Hello, comrades. Commissar bro here today with Making History the Great War. Now, just as a quick update on the Commissar, it's been a crazy fucking week. Like, just to put it, like, bluntly, it's been crazy. Absolutely crazy. However, you know, I've been waiting to do the 13th. This is the 13th part, if I'm not mistaken, of our little Making History playthrough. If you remember last time, you know, we had a major breakthrough against the Austro-Hungarian forces. We cut down dozens of divisions and a few major battles here, and it really seems like the war is finally, undoubtedly in our favor. So, oh, and look, there's been a bunch of huge updates to the game as well from the developers, as you can see. Now you've got a recruitment infrastructure panel that basically shows you every unit that you're currently building, and that all the units that have been built, which is absolutely great, because this is a very convenient little tool to use in terms of actually figuring stuff out. And even then, the production, look at that, ladies and gentlemen, that is absolutely great. This is good stuff. It's so simple, though. Like, I'm not just trying to ride the developers here, but this is just really simple stuff that's incredibly useful, and it just makes this game easier to play and easier to understand. I still wish they would update the combat reports, because when you start getting into these big scale battles like this, you know, this is kind of it's not really intuitive, I suppose. It doesn't, I don't know, you don't really know a lot of what's going on or whatever. So, yeah, but, you know, I'm just ranting at this point. Anyway, so let's get started. Let's actually get into the fighting, and let's fucking do this. So it looks like the Austro-Hungarians are moving in on Ruthenia. They're not, from what I can tell, they're sending in just, like, they're basically just sending men into the breach. It's not a good idea. They really should consolidate their forces and actually try to fight like an actual unified, consistent force, rather than just throwing men into the meat grinder. But hey, you know what? Honestly, I don't lose from that. If anything, I benefit. So I'm going to move this one group over here. You never know. Germany might decide to go back to war with us, and then we would be kind of boned, because our whole army is currently bordering on the Austro-Hungarian forces. So, you know, yeah, we're going to move our guys on over. Oh, and look at that. We just took more land. We are wiping the floor with the Austro-Hungarians right now. This is phenomenal. Alright, so, of course, our little unit cards come up, telling us that a bunch of stuff has been built. You know, something else I would like to see, you know, if Muzzy Lane's actually watching these videos, I would love if you guys would just do, you know how like you've got this new recruitment infrastructure screen over here? I would love if you would just have one pop-up that basically says, this is the units that were built this turn. And then, like, you know, have it like right there, dreadnought, infantry, and then right over here, like, you can click and it'll take you to that area. You know, I don't know. Just I think it would be nice. I think it would be a nice addition towards actually keeping everything organized and keeping up with what's going on. With that said, where do we want to move next? There's plenty of places to attack, so I think we'll take the... Which army is this? The First Army? We'll take the First Army, and we'll start moving towards the Austro-Hungarian capital. That's right, because literally, if we take Moravia, there it is right there, ladies and gentlemen. Vienna will be ready for the plundering, as far as I'm concerned. Yes. Actually, you know what? I'm going to move in some infantry divisions there to Malopolsky as well, to hold that ground, so that we can take the Second Army and move the Second Army around. I think we'll hold the ground here with the 105th against whatever the Austro-Hungarians are sending in. Looks like they're actually sending in quite a few guys, so that might be an issue, but I think we'll be okay. I'm not too concerned about it. However, let's go ahead and move... What do we got here? Alright, we'll take the 107th, move them there to Ruthenia. Is this a big army? Yeah, that's a big army. We'll take that and move that down to Bukovina. And, you know what? I'll take the 4th Army and move it to Krisana as well. How big is this army? Just one unit? Looks like it. Looks like it might just be one unit. Alright. Let's merge these gentlemen together to the 103rd. Alright, beautiful, beautiful. We'll actually send them in there to Bukovina as well. They'll hit it in one turn. Alright, so everything looks pretty good. Let's merge these two artillery. Oh, three. There's actually three. What, three? Okay, yeah, alright, I'll take it. Alright, so, okay. Alright, that looks pretty good, the 15th Artillery. I suppose we'll move them over to Malopolsky so they can actually support our fighting men there. And we'll end our turn. Oh, it looks like the Austro-Hungarians took back Ruthenia. Oh, I suppose they took advantage of me moving my army. Shouldn't be surprised, really. That's okay, though, because they don't have enough men there to stop us. Oh, and looks like we actually have a morale situation there, minus 1%. Yep, corruption is getting high again. So we're going to go purge that corruption, get rid of it. Go ahead and just spend all we can to get rid of it in one turn. I'll take all these, and I'll... Actually, no, let's merge that into the first. Yeah, there we go. Merge all those together. Wow, that is ridiculous. That is so much firepower. That is so much firepower. It doesn't even make sense. Oh, man. I don't even think this can move easily. Yeah, probably not. It uses up all my road capacity. Wow, that's ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous. Actually, you know what? We might have to move them by, move by rail, because I think rail's the only thing that can really move this massive force of artillery. So what I'll probably do in the future is I'll probably, you know, kind of fix that. It's a little bit too big. Yeah, I'll probably split it up into a couple of different groups and go from there, but we'll see as we go along. Anyway, what else do we need to do? I don't know. I don't know. It looks like we're doing phenomenally. Like, I feel like there's not much other way to put it. We are kicking ass and taking names, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. This war is ours. And I don't think there's much Austro-Hungary can do to stop it. Those poor, poor bastards. Yes. I feel no guilt. I feel no guilt. They started this war as far as I'm concerned. Alright, so pop up. Oh, look, Kingdom instead declared war. Lebanon declared war on France. Poor France, getting declared war on by everyone. We built a few boats. That's nice. Nice to know. We'll merge those two armies. Alright, what else? What else? You know, I feel like this has lost a lot of its the fear factor now that we're really kind of kicking Austro-Hungary's tail. Like, I'm not even mildly concerned about what they could do to me at this point in time. Let's see. All right, Russia attacked. Russia, blah blah blah. Austro-Hungary lost that. We destroyed 4 units and damaged defenses by 4. I really wish they would have a more detailed description of like how much damage you do with your artillery to tell you specifically what did you kill. I know right here it says it, but you know, it doesn't specifically say what it was killed by, like if it was killed by the artillery. So, and again, you know, when this one of my comrades brought up the fact that there is friendly fire in this game, so that's something, you know, I didn't know before. But I suppose I'm basically just nitpicking here and there. You know, just a few little improvements I wouldn't mind seeing, especially with seeing that Muzzy Lane is so actively, you know, updating and putting in so much effort to improve the game. Which I'm flattered that they're putting this much effort and work into it, because you know a lot of developers, it seems like a lot of developers don't care much anymore about trying to actually put out a decent product. So it means a lot that they are. Yes, it does. How much attack do I? Okay, I have enough attack to take Banat. So if we take Banat, and that turn will be there, that army will be there in one turn, we could actually move the 4th army in against this army in Debrecen, and then we would effectively cut off our opponents here in Ruthenia. That would be an easy victory as far as I'm concerned. We're not really taking any casualties in the Danubian lowland. We've taken minor casualties in Moravia. But again, nothing I'm really all that concerned about because, you know, Mother Russia's got this shit. Yes, she does. She's got this shit. You know, Romania's actually got a pretty decent-sized army that they're not really doing anything with. Like, if they took all those troops and mobilized them to the west... Because if I'm not... Are they actually in this war? I don't know now. I didn't really think about it. All this talking about them. Maybe they are, maybe they're not. Yeah, they're at war with them. Okay, no, they're at war with Germany. They're not at war with Austro-Hungary. Okay, well, that's interesting. Very, very interesting. We should get trade access with them. Oh, really? Okay, whatever. Yeah, Romania may very possibly be a target in the future, but for now, we'll let them be. So, taking a look further west, it seems like France is actually making headway against the Germans. They've pushed as deep as Westphalia. Very interesting indeed. Especially considering, you know, the Germans seem like they really had the war early on, but then again, they are facing multiple opponents. Then again, they're not having to worry about me on their front anymore. But I still don't think that they're mobilizing... Well, no, they've pretty much mobilized most of their armies to the Western Front at this point. Well, no. Look, see, there's more hidden under the stacks that's not showing up because they're not merging them together. But still... I think the German army has been absolutely devastated from the fighting. Like, you got to think, I think Germany's lost somewhere in the ballpark of 1,000 divisions so far. So, yeah, they're definitely getting their asses kicked in terms of actual casualties and losses and manpower that's irreplaceable at you know, to that degree. When you're taking that many casualties, it's not like, oh yeah, sure, we can just keep doing this all day. No, you really can't. So, yeah, just, you know, it's interesting. It's interesting that they're losing so much. One thing I do want to point out is we won the battle in the Danubian lowland. Now, we could strike straight for Vienna, but I think I'm going to hold out until I get the 108th Army to hold this region, and then we'll try to cut off the Austro-Hungarian forces in Moravia there. Honestly, by the time that we, you know, get a chance to, it might already be too late. So I don't know. I don't know if it's really going to matter here soon enough. But I mean, we could still try. It's not off the table, if you know what I mean. So yeah. How's the fighting going down here? Okay, it looks like we're pretty much kicking ass on the entire Eastern Front against Austro-Hungary, and Austro-Hungary is probably counting down its last remaining days as we speak. So yeah, that's something they probably need to keep in mind. I think I'm going to start cutting off the massive amount of manpower I'm currently using up by building this huge army that I'm building. Yeah, we'll go ahead and just stop them right there in Riga to allow the manpower units to get back up. Yeah, we'll let that one keep building. We'll let that one keep building. Is this one building anything? No, okay, that one doesn't have one. Alright, so I guess we'll build I don't know, let's build an aircraft hangar on our front line so we can actually start building more aircraft. I didn't realize, but I really don't have much aircraft on, like, actual production buildings. So we're going to build a few more of those just in case. Alright, so I'm building a new mortar works here in Tula. I'm also building one here in Smolensk. So, you know, when we finally do get to tanks, God fucking knows when that's going to be. Because, I mean, Jesus, we are just creeping along here. Just creeping along. I've basically avoided getting gun synchronizers, which leads to fighters too, because I've been trying to go for tanks. So, it looks like to get tank prototype 2... we've got to get military industrialization 2, military industrialization 3, and then I think you actually have to get up here, and that's when you can actually start building your first tanks. I could be incorrect. Oh, maybe it's in military. No, I don't know. You know, I've actually never really played the far enough to get to tanks, so it's one of those things that I'm not 100% sure on. Yeah, it's probably something I should have looked up to begin with, but you know me. Slacker as slacker can be. Anyway, so, you know, we've pushed further on the front. We are kicking tail right now. There is no contest here. I'm going to merge the 4th and the 6th to create the most powerful army we have so far, being the 4th. We'll go ahead and move that army into Pest. How are these guys bogged down? Not really. They're... you know, they're doing work. They're doing some damage. And even the East Division. Okay, so the division of Moravia, if anything, is really more bogged down than anybody else. So that's mildly concerning, but I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. We'll move in our army to Lower Austria and go ahead and start bringing the pain over to them. Let's move these guys, the 105th, to the Danubian lowland. I'll bring in some more reinforcements. Yes, move by the fastest route, please, and thank you. Alright, looking good, looking good. And we'll go, yeah, we'll just go ahead and bring in a multitude of reinforcements to that region. You know, a couple of turns and we'll have a whole army ready to go. Oh, well, I just found out that apparently I can build tanks. This is glorious news. I will go ahead and start building our first tank here in Minsk. And I'm actually going to upgrade that to a vehicle factory if I can. My resources are doing really well aside from steel and coal, which have taken huge hits in the fighting. Hopefully, over the coming years, or, well, over the coming turns and months, we'll be able to get that a lot higher, because yeah, we need coal, we need lots of coal. And, you know, we're expanding output in a lot of different areas. Oh, you know what, I might as well just go ahead and put that to prospecting. Oh, look, expand. Get that one to expand. We'll get this one to prospect. What about this one? Okay, it's expanding. That's cool. Alright, that's good. That is good. I'm getting excited. I really can't wait to bring down this opposing power that has basically been a pain in our ass for so long. Oh, look at that. That is a huge reserve of coal just ready to be exploited. Beautiful, beautiful. Everything is coming together, inevitably one step at a time. Ah, delicious. Yes, I love it when a good battle comes together, right? Anyway, so we've got the 4th Army. We'll split off one infantry group to kind of garrison the region, keep it protected. And we're going to move, I think we'll move the 4th Army over the Pex there, over into Pex, to kind of do some damage. What about these guys? Who are they? Okay, 12, 22, 15. Okay, I think we'll move them into Lower Austria. Because all the Austrians need to do is bring reinforcements there to Vienna, and that might very well change the tide of our war. So, yeah, we don't need that to happen. And it looks like we're actually starting to take heavy casualties in Moravia, which is equally said not a good thing, but what are you going to do? You can't always win, right? What about Commissar? That one's taking a little bit longer than I would have expected, so we'll bring in more reinforcements there to hopefully clear that little problem up. And I'm going to move everything by the fastest route. Alright, end our turn. Alright. So it looks like we easily took Pex without much of a fight at all. And, you know, we're slowly taking over Lower Austria. I think the Austro-Hungarians just, like, point blank don't even have an army anymore to fight back. So that's kind of where I think they're scrambling to build units, but they're losing units faster than they can replace them. So, you know, this war, I'm pretty sure this is almost over. Like, I mean, it's probably blatantly clear. But, you know, I want to be optimistic, give them the benefit of the doubt. You never know, Germany might declare war on us and make a major, like, push into the east. But then again, they can't even handle France! So the chances of that happening are mildly, you know, low. But, you never put it out of reach, right? Never imagine it won't happen. So I wonder what's going on in the rest of the world, as we can see. By the way, this is hilarious, because the Ottoman Empire is just torn apart by revolutions and civil wars and whatnot. And we can just look at this and just tell that this empire does not have long. If they can't get shit together, it's pretty much over in that respect. China is even actually engaged with the Guangzhou government. And it's not looking good. Like, I mean, yeah, this should have been an easy-to-defeat rebellion, but instead it's turned into some major conflict, and China's not quite ready for it, it seems. Now, and even then, look, there's a new group that's been established, the Empire of China. So, Yeah, and I guess they're putting up a pretty good fight too, I suppose. Look at that. They've actually managed to kill 5 Republican Chinese divisions. So yeah, interesting stuff going on in the world right now. Yeah, everybody else I think is relatively peaceful, you know, like the U.S. of course. The U.S. has no problems. The U.S. never has problems in these types of games, right? It's always just happy. Everyone just gets along in the U.S. before World War I. Anyway, this has been Commissar Bro. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you find this at least mildly entertaining, as much as I do anyway. You know, like I said, we are whipping some ass right now, and I'll even end this turn real quick just to see what happens before I end the video. Oh, well, okay, that was unexpected. It looks like the Austro-Hungarian Empire, you know, went to peace with the United Kingdom, and Austro-Hungary basically... Oh, shit! Oh, no! Oh, no! Well, I did not expect that to happen. Okay, so it looks like the fighting with Germany is back on, ladies and gentlemen. Where once we thought there was peace, there no longer exists that. And it looks like we're going to have to find some way to quickly mobilize our defenses and not get steamrolled by the German war machine. So yeah, this is about to get real interesting again. Anyway, this has been Commissar Bro, and I will see you next time.